Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in just 5 minutes, we will present our nighttime fireworks spectacular, Wishes, a magical gathering of Disney dreams. In order for you to fully experience tonight's presentation, the lighting around the Magic Kingdom will be reduced. For your own safety and for that of others, we ask that you remain in the same location until the lighting returns to normal.
Damas, caballeros y niños, en solo 5 minutos se presentarán nuestros espectaculares fuegos artificiales, Wishes, a magical gathering of Disney dreams. Para que disfruten al máximo de la presentación esta noche, se bajarán las luces en Magic Kingdom. Para su propia seguridad y comodidad, les sugerimos que no se desplacen hasta que se prendan las luces nuevamente.
And now, your host.
Welcome, everyone, to episode number 31 of Kicks at the Castle. This is a podcast by 3 sneakerheads dedicated to that Disney lifestyle. And this week, we are a man down again. Our man, John, he's got a lot of stuff on his plate this week, and he's still yet to pack for his Disney World trip. He flies out tomorrow. So I'll be your host this week. For those new to this podcast, my name is Matt. And we got my man Irv in the building.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
And this week is a very special week because we finally got our giveaway winner on an episode. Everyone welcome Bruce, aka Track Fast 400.
Hey, what's going on? Appreciate it.
This week, we're going to get into Fit of the Week and Land versus World. We're going to talk about Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, cheat code. We're going to get into mobile ordering. Then we'll catch up in our recent park visits and recent trips and drips. We're going to get into some DMs. Irv's got another plant-based option of the week. And then we'll get into some games before getting to know Bruce better. But first things first, pickups. Bruce, I know you got a very special package. So we're going to wait. We're going to wait later for you. But Irv, what you got, man?
All right. I got in, I think this was like so they came in Friday because I wanted to wear them on Friday, but I didn't get a chance to. The Maroon Rush paddles. Yeah, man.
A lot of people hit on those.
Yeah, and you know what? And I was looking at resale, and the resale is not high, and I kind of like that, man. That it's not like an unattainable shoe.
Yeah.
I already swapped them out to the gray laces.
Very nice.
Yeah, dang. Real nice.
And they're clean, man. I feel like the pictures didn't really do them justice. I know a lot of people was like, this wasn't their favorite of the 3, but I mean, like, it's just as dope to me, man. So
yeah, at least you can say you got the complete set. So
yeah, bro. And I think the black ones are going to release next Friday. The black and white ones. Try to cop those. And I also got these mugs for L Doggy that I'm gonna ship out to Canada for him. These 50th celebration mugs. Magic
those
Kingdom.
are Starbucks ones?
Yeah, the Starbucks one.
Nice.
Yeah. And then the Epcot one.
Yeah, the Epcot one's nice.
All 4 parks?
Well, he said that they already had 2, and they just need 2 more. And so, I finally, man, he told me, real talk though, he probably told me like 2 weeks ago, and I had like kept forgetting. I was like, bro, I'm gonna get the mugs, man. So I made sure I went and got them. So I'm gonna ship them out to him pretty soon, man. But yeah, that's me for pickups.
Very nice. All right, for me, I finally got my personal pair of the Aqua Patas. I plan on getting the Monarchs, but yeah, I'm probably going to pass on the maroon ones. But yeah, not going to get too much into these. I mean, you guys already saw these like episodes ago. But also, I picked up, I haven't been copying Supreme like in the last like 2 seasons just because they haven't been coming out with anything. But last week they did. And I copped some Supreme Skittles.
Hilarious.
I wanted to get the wild berry, but I was like, man, I'm not paying another $10 shipping on another pack of these. So I got 8 packs of these. I don't know. Maybe if we do another giveaway, I'll throw one of these in there. But that's all I got for this week. But yeah, Bruce, man.
Yeah, so
what you got for us?
I myself personally I don't have any pickups, but I did get the giveaway box in this week, and I was holding it off. I was going to open it on the podcast, but I couldn't wait.
No,
I needed to see what was in there. So yeah, there's some pretty fun stuff. I would assume John put some of these Disneyland maps in, which is pretty cool. He's trying to win that war, trying to convince us that his park's better. But pretty nice that a T-shirt, Kicks at the Castle T-shirt. I was wondering. I think I messaged Irv or John maybe on when you guys were gonna come out with a shirt. So that's cool that I'll be able to rock you guys at the park.
Yeah, very limited run on those. So
yeah, perfect. Stickers, can't go wrong with Kicks of the Castle stickers. Lamplight Lounge, I assume John got cool coaster from the lounge. Pretty cool to have something from Disneyland. I don't know if I'm ever gonna make my way there. So and then some pretty big stuff, some Supreme Wheaties. That's hilarious. That's awesome. Definitely won't be eating that. That's gonna hang out on the shelf. A fresh bag of air from Animal Kingdom. That's hilarious. Of course, I can always just drive there and get my own air, but it's always nice to have some air right here at the home. And then some pretty awesome big stuff from isn't this one of your guys' friends? World.
He is actually the founder of KicksattheCastle. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, this hat's insane. I love like the corduroy texture. I don't know if the camera's picking that up good, but
nice.
Some awesome socks that I go ahead and kick. Some cool shoes, and then I'm rocking the sweatshirt right now. It's a little chilly, and this is a nice sweatshirt. The quality's insane. I like how it's that heavy weight, and
so United, man, don't sleep on United, man. United's got some good stuff.
So
agreed.
Yep.
But that's it.
Really happy.
That's all you got.
Yep. Yeah.
Just
pretty happy what came in the giveaway, and I was excited to show it. So
awesome. Well, congrats again. But all right, moving on. Fit of the week. All right. So every week we pick a post that we were tagged in or where the hashtag Kicks of the Castle is used. And this week we got a returning tag from Britton Meath. He's in Animal Kingdom in front of I don't even know if I'm saying this right, the Anandapur Theater with the Doug and Russell statues and some Hyper Royal ones. And I'm not sure if it's a vintage tee or not, but it's a fire up tee.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I've never seen that tee before.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's vintage or not, but definitely a fire fit. But yeah, kudos to him. But yeah, be sure to, if you want to be featured next, be sure to use the hashtag Kicks of the Castle to have a chance to be featured next, whether in the parks or not. All right, moving on. Land versus World. Each week, we pick a landmark or aspect from Disney World or Disneyland and decide which park has it better. This week, we're going back to a straight head-to-head matchup, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Bruce, you say you never been to Disneyland, right?
Right.
Here.
So the one part where it's going up for like the second drop and how it like lights the fuse.
Yeah.
For Disneyland. I will say I am jealous about that. I wish they could incorporate that in ours. Other than that, I mean, how much more is really too different? I guess I never really studied from the vloggers that I've watched the big major differences.
It's honestly the same exact thing. That's what I was gonna say for me, from my point of view. Both rides, both coasters are the same exact thing, except for that one scene or part. And that second incline or whatever you want to call it, that like Disneyland definitely has it just for that specific scene, in my opinion. Because that the parts where the dynamite is like exploding and all that, like every time I ride the one here, I'm just like, dang, I wish we had that scene that Disneyland has.
Yeah.
Irv?
Yeah. I really cannot disagree. Since John is not here, yeah, man, that's a big, like you said, the rides are pretty much like identical, man. So to have something like that missing, that's pretty big. Like, and I'm not, to be 100, I'm not really a fan of either one. So I kind of like talked to Carter about it, and he brought up that part too. And I was like, yeah, man, you know, Disneyland probably wins this one.
Wow. A Disneyland.
One time John's not here.
Hey, I probably wouldn't even do it if John was here.
Wow. So Disneyland takes it this week, guys. And you heard it from Irv.
One time. This is it.
The rare occasion. But all right. Up next, we got Cheat Code. Cheat Code is basically where we come up with some tricks and tips to help you out with either park trips or sneaker cops. And this week, we talk about mobile ordering. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I am a believer in mobile ordering. I do it whenever possible. I recently Tab's family was here for Thanksgiving, and we did like a monorail loop type thing. And I was like, me and her were pretty like adamant on like, you know, you guys look at the now or you're at the house, you know exactly what you want. You can go ahead and place an order and pick a pickup time. Of course, nobody listened. So the whole night went like derailed. And I was like, bruh, if y'all would have already had y'all food ordered, man, we wouldn't be going through this. It really makes it easier. I feel like a lot of times people have, well, what I've seen is they have the concern about, you know, when the food is going to be made. They don't want it to be made too early. But I was telling you, know, you let them know when you're there, and then you can kind of do that on your own time. I know, like me, I might say I'm there, you know, before I actually get there, but that's because I don't want to wait. I don't really mind if it's a little cold or, you know, I got some ice cream, if it's going to melt a little bit, I'd rather go up there and they be like, hey, bro, here's your number. Then I have to wait on it. But, you know, some people rather wait, and that's cool too. But I mean, honestly, mobile ordering like keeps me from eating table service sometimes because it's just so easy. You know, some places still have good things to eat. So like I say, I'm 100% believer in it. Whenever possible, you should do it. If you haven't done it, you should try it, then you probably fall in love with it.
Bruce, any tips on mobile ordering?
So I don't really know if I have any tips. I'm actually pretty bad at doing it myself, so I could use some tips. It seems like I try to time it out. Me and the fiance, we try to time it out while we're walking there. We usually always get there way too early, and then we're sitting there for about good, 10, 15 minutes. So that would probably be my one tip, is to just try to time it, but usually what happens is you try to time it, and then when you get there, it was already, ready, and it's getting cold. So I would say probably just when you know that you're about 10 minutes away, go ahead and order it on the phone. And yeah, if you got to sit there and wait for another 10 minutes until it's done, at least it's nice and warm still. So yeah, definitely take advantage of that.
All right. I guess like the only tip that I have is sometimes I'll go into, like, sometimes me and my girlfriend will go to the parks without our phones, and obviously we can't order to get food. So basically, if you go up to the restaurant or the quick service restaurant, and obviously you can't mobile order because you don't have your phone or your phone's dead, just go to the gas number and say, hey, my phone is dead. I don't have anything to mobile order. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to have a cast member at the register ready to take your order. I know they're pretty adamant about like you can only mobile order for quick service or most of the quick services. But I mean, when it comes to that occasion where like you don't have your phone or your phone is dead, I mean, they're going to want to take your money. So they don't want you to go be in the parks hungry. So just ask. Wouldn't hurt to ask, because I mean, someone's gonna take your order.
I never even knew that you could do that. I thought you pretty much needed your phone for almost everything now to do at the park. That's cool.
No, I mean, it's happened to me before where, yeah, like either my phone died or I didn't have my phone. I just asked and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we can get someone to take your order.
Cool.
But
yeah. I didn't know that either.
Yep. All right, moving on. Let's catch up on property with Trips and Drips. This is a segment where we talk about our recent trips to the parks and what shoes we wore. Bruce, I saw you were in the parks recently, right?
Yeah, that about a week ago now. Me and the fiance, we went for the Christmas after hour event, and that was awesome. That was definitely worth the money. Pretty much a kid again, since it was I want to say the first time since COVID where they brought back a full parade, stage show, a full event stage show. And is there anything else that was kind of different about that day? Yeah. And so and then with it being real cold, it kind of It felt like Christmas was right around the corner, even though it was a good month and some weeks away. Pretty cool. We bumped into our favorite YouTube bloggers, the Trackers, Tim Trackers.
Oh, nice.
And that was a fun little conversation we got to have with them. And
was it the first day? You went the first night?
No. I want to say it was going on at least for a week now, or a week until we went. And then the shoes that I wore were the shoes that I purchased from you. These beautiful varsity dunks. Of course, it's that type of, it's like that new leather. It's not leather, but it's and usually I kind of knock it, but I like it. I like how I feel like every dunk all kind of has like a different type of look on your foot, and these are much more like streamlined compared to like a real bulky, like the walk dog dunks. You know how they're just these make my foot look like it's a size bigger than what it is. So yeah, that was a great time. So definitely, if you can, it's still gonna be going on for a while. So if you can get out there to the Disney the Christmas after hour party, definitely do it.
They had a fireworks show.
Amazing fireworks show. One of the best that I've seen. The projections were pretty much the best projections I've ever seen. I haven't seen the new show up close. I watched it pretty far on Main Street. So this time actually being right there in front of the castle, the illusion of the castle moving was on point. And the fireworks show was amazing. I'm never really that impressed by fireworks, or for the most part. It was much more focused around the fireworks, especially the grand finale was real impressive. So
what time does it go till?
Ended at 1. So we got there, I think we got there at 8. You can enter the park at 7. So there was enough time to get everything done. We rode several things. We watched all the shows. I think we probably had a little bit too much, hot cocoa and cookies, everywhere we went. We were constantly getting our free stuff there. I think I had three boxes of popcorn that night, which is, I never really buy popcorn too often. And so it was a nice treat.
It wasn't included, the popcorn?
Oh, it was included.
Oh, it was included. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you go to
popcorn?
Blue Bash?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna see what the comparison between the two.
Yeah. So it was free popcorn, free drinks, like soda, water, free Mickey ice cream bars, and hot cocoa, cookies, and they even had gluten-free option for the cookies if you didn't want the snickerdoodles that they were handing out. So
yeah, I remember one. I forgot what after hours it was, but it was one at Animal Kingdom, and I remember on the way out, like for the snack cart, because the snacks were included too for the event that I went to. And they're just like, you sure you don't want to take any home? And I had a backpack, and they're just like, yeah, just stuff your backpack. And I stuffed my backpack with like popcorn, ice cream, and sodas.
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That's hilarious. How'd the ice cream hold up?
It, from what I remember, it was like sealed. Like it was like the ice cream sandwiches and stuff. So it was pretty good. I mean, I stuck it back in the freezer. So, and I live like 10 minutes away from the park, so it wasn't too far.
Oh, dang. Jealous. Nice.
Yeah. Right. Irv, you were there today, right?
Yeah, man. I went today. I went yesterday. Yesterday I went to Magic Kingdom yesterday morning, and I wore these, the white pre-days. My first time wearing those. Man, so like I bought these shoes like the day they released, maybe like 3-4 months ago. And I'm afraid to wear them around the kids because they're so white. So I like never wear them. And man, I got an alert the other day that they were on sale for like $75, right? And I was like, sometimes you just got to be patient. I really like wasted $50 on some shoes that I didn't even wear. You know what I mean? But anyway, I wore them yesterday, and it was cool because I was trying to wait till it wasn't rainy weather. It wasn't rainy, but like every morning at Magic Kingdom, how they like spray the park down. So like it was still like water everywhere. I was like, shit, I did not think about that. But they held up pretty good, man. They're still white. The only thing we did yesterday was ride Jingle Cruise. I really want to do that. So we got there, I think like 9:15 maybe, and it said 70-minute wait. I was like, jeez, that's too long. So we got a line anyway because we didn't really have anything else to do. But I think it ended up being like 30 minutes. Like it really wasn't nowhere near 70 minutes. We had a really good skipper. Shout out to Monica. She was funny. I hadn't done Jingle Cruise. I don't even think I did it last year. So probably like 2 years since we done that. That was good, man. We'll probably do it again with the kids, but I'm glad we got to do it without the kids. Then we left after that. Came home. Once the kids got home from school, we went to Animal Kingdom last night. We did It's Tough to Be a Bug. I haven't done that in a while. Oh man. So at the end when the spiders come down, and it scared Levi so bad. He was screaming. It was so funny, bro. It was like him and another little kid behind us, and they were just like shook the whole time, just like screaming. So that was pretty funny. And then me and Carter rode Everest in the dark, and that was cool, man. All the way at the top, you could see Epcot, the ball on Spaceship Earth lit up. That was dope. And that was pretty much it. And then today, me and Tab just kind of walked around Epcot. We didn't ride any rides. We hit a couple of booths and got some chips and dip. And I wore the Tinker Threes. And that's it, man. Probably gonna go this weekend. I was talking to Matt earlier, and we're blacked out. I think starting like Friday after next. So I'm trying to like get in as many as I can, man. Especially since the holiday season, we want to try to see as much lights and everything like that before we get blacked out.
Nice. Well, for me, I just got back today. I was at Disney Vero Beach Resort. My girlfriend and I, we just wanted a little getaway where we didn't have to go back home because of our pets. Because normally when we stay on like Disney property, we have to come back because we have like guinea pigs and our dog. So we had to like feed them and stuff or whatever. This time we got our friend to watch our pets and we stayed for 2 nights. My rotation was the Bread 11s, the Yeezy Wave Runners, Yeezy Slides, Foam Runners, and the Pata Air Max 1s. But honestly, all I really wore were the Foam Runners and the Slides. I was straight up cozy mode and lazy mode. But yeah, first day we got there, it was Tuesday. When we first got there, our room wasn't ready yet. So we kind of just like explored and walked around the resort for a little bit. We went down to the beach, checked out the pool, checked out the gift shop. We were just walking around for like 30 minutes and our room still wasn't ready yet. So we kind of left, got food and went to CVS to pick up a few things. And then finally we got the text basically saying that our room is ready, and we went back to the resort. And as soon as we got back, like I was just so tired that I just took a nap. And when I woke up, it was already dinner time. So we ate at the table service there, which is called Win and Waves, which was really good. We started off with the crab cakes, and main course I got the New York strip, which was with mashed potatoes, broccolini, and it had like a bacon gravy type thing with fried onions on top. It was really good. And then my girlfriend got the shrimp and grits, which was like jerk spice, and the grits was like it was like coconut grits with like a pineapple chutney, pineapple chutney, and it was really good. And for dessert, we got the chocolate creme brulee, which was really good. It had like macarons on top. Is it macaron or macaron? Not the cookie looking ones, but the coconut mound things. I think those are macaroons. But anyways, then after that, after dinner, there's this basically in the gift shop you can like rent movies. So we rented some movies. I think the first night we got like Goof Troop, and yeah, I forgot what the other movie was. But we rented like 2 movies and we just went back to the room, just watched movies and went to sleep. And then the second day, we woke up, we had breakfast at the same restaurant. I got the Loco Moco, which is basically a Hawaiian dish. It's basically a burger on top of rice with a fried egg on top and gravy. But at the restaurant, basically instead of white rice, they had like fried rice, a bacon fried rice, which was really good. And my girlfriend got an omelet with like home fries, and she got a brulee grapefruit, which is basically torch sugar on top of like a half grapefruit. It was actually really, really good.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was really good. Because normally I had grapefruit with like sugar on top, but that was the first time where I had it where like the sugar was like torched. And of course, had to get the infamous pog juice. For those listening who don't know what pog juice is, it's basically a drink that's almost at every single Disney resort. And the POG stands for passion fruit, orange, and guava. It's honestly my favorite juice. I get every time I get breakfast at a Disney resort. But yeah, basically after breakfast, we went down to the beach for a little bit, and then we went back to the room and napped again. And then later in the day, we made our own Mickey tie-dye shirts. So in the community hall there, basically they have like activities where it's like a whole bunch of arts and crafts that you can do and sign up for. Like you can make like your own like picture frames, like memory jars, basically like a whole bunch of like arts and crafts. And the one that we signed up for was Mickey tie-dye shirt. So mine is still like drying right now. And then I still have to wash it. But after that, can't wait to show you guys how it came out. Then what did we do after that? Then after that, we just went back to the beach. And then after that, went back to the room and we got more movies at the rental place, and then went back to the room and watched those and napped. And then after that, it was kind of late in the evening. So we just got quick service at the marketplace there. And then we did movies under the stars, which I haven't really done at any Disney resort. And they were playing Sword in the Stone, which was really cool. And then today, we checked out today, and I literally just got back today a few hours ago, and now I'm here.
Dang.
Yeah. So it was
How long were you there?
2 nights. So
okay.
Tuesday.
You got so much done.
There. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are looking for like a getaway, just to chill and relax, but you still want that Disney feel, definitely check out Vero Beach. It's a very, very relaxful resort. Right?
How much like theming? Is there a good amount of theming that you can tell that it's Disney, or is it very, very subtle?
So it is very subtle. I've also been to Hilton Head, which is in South Carolina. There is a bit more Disney themed stuff. Like they have like Disney statues and stuff like that. At Vero, there wasn't that much. In the front, they did have a topiary. I think it was the alligator from Peter Pan. I forgot the alligator's name. It's just yeah.
Is it TikTok or
I don't remember, but yeah, I think he's in the front. Honestly, yeah, there's not that much theming, to be honest, because I was really looking for theming because I want to get some pictures, and the only thing that I could find was like in the pool area, like in the kids section, there's this pirate ship, and then like at the flag at the top, they had like a Mickey flag, and that was like the only thing that I could find.
No.
I mean, you definitely know you're at a Disney resort when you go to like the marketplace and they're selling Mickey pretzels. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much the only like Disney theme that they have.
And it's right there on the beach.
They are right there on the beach too. They have their own little private area that you can just walk down. Oh, one thing I left out is that our room where we were at was really close to everything. It was close to the pool, it was close to like the front desk, it was close to the restaurant, and it was really close to the beach. So it was like really convenient to just walk anywhere. It is a pretty small resort. Like there's only like, I want to say like 4 main buildings. And then I don't know how many like cottages they have. They have like cottages kind of similar to like how Polynesian has like the bungalows, and Wilderness Lodge has I don't even know what their
cabins. Are they cabins?
I want to say cabins, but I don't think they're called cabins.
I don't think they're called cabins either.
Yeah, but it's basically like the big family ones, the ones that can fit like 12 people in. Those are the ones that are like really close to the beach. I think they have like beach access. But yeah, it's a pretty small resort, but it's a very quiet resort. So like if you're definitely looking to like just relax but still have the Disney feel, definitely Vero Beach for sure.
Nice.
All right, let's get into some DMs. This wasn't included in the rundown, but I just thought I'd throw this in there. This one's from Adrian OG_96. If you were given $1,000 to spend on sneakers, which sneakers would you buy? Irv.
The Air 3s and the the Monarch Patterns, the two shoes I'm gonna buy either way.
I knew you were gonna say the
yeah, man, those shoes, man. And I look at the prices like every day, bruh. And I just oh man. But yeah, those are mine.
Bruce, you buy one pair that's $1,000, you buy multiple pairs?
I would have to spread it out to at least get two for sure. Just because I can't really think of a big shoe because I'd be scared to wear it. It would just sit there. So I'm definitely looking. I still don't have any Jordan 4s, so would for sure at least collect one or two of those. And then I really don't. I would just whatever kind of gives me that I need to have it feel. Don't really have anything out there right now, to be honest. The thing that I am keeping my eye on, and it might be silly, I know it's silly, but those new Crocs that are coming.
Which ones?
It's they're coming out this month, the 14th.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, the Selahi Bembury's.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Which colorway?
The 100 green for sure. Those are clean. So
dang, those are going for $1,000 right now.
Jeez, I just
already.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
there you go.
The grand is going to that. Oh wow. Well, it looks like I'm not gonna be getting my hands on it on the 14th, so I'll try.
Hey, you never know, man.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're gonna have a raffle for them.
Yeah, I might need one of y'all help.
So for me, if I were to spend, I guess like the whole rack, I'll probably get whichever Supreme Dunks I could get. Probably the brown colorway. That's I think those are under $1,000 right now for my size. But if I were to get multiple, I'd probably complete the off-white dunk set, RIP Virgil. Not the 50, but the first 3 that came out. So I already have the University red ones. So all I need are the Spartans and the Michigan. I think those are around like 500 each. So they're probably more now because people are trying to make money fast. But yeah, I'll definitely complete the set for sure. But all right, thanks Adrian for the question. If you guys have any questions for us that you want answered, feel free to send us a DM or on our highlights on the Case of the Castle page. All right, moving on. Irv, plant-based option of the week. Every week, Irv will make a plant-based selection for those looking for some in-park food options. Irv, what you got for us this week?
All right, like I was saying earlier, we went to Festival of the Holidays at Epcot. I got 2 things today. We stopped by 2 booths. The first thing was the holiday pot pie at the American Holiday Table. It's made with jackfruit, mushrooms, carrots, peas, onions, and it has like a puff pastry on top. It was $5.50. I would not get it again. Not that it was bad. It wasn't bad, man, but I definitely wouldn't I wouldn't get it again.
It's worth trying.
It's worth trying. I don't know, man. Yeah.
Did it taste like?
Which booth was it at?
The American Holiday Table, right in front of the American Pavilion. And I mean, I don't know, bro. It was like it really did not taste bad. I feel like that's what I want to like put across, but it wasn't like earth shattering, like, oh bro, this is good, I'm gonna get it every time. Like, nah, it wasn't all that. Now I did go to the L'Haim Holiday Kitchen and got the potato, how do you say it?
Latkes.
That was good. Those were good. My first time ever having that. They were $4, and yeah, I get those every time. Very good dish. I couldn't tell, it was plant-based, had sour cream on it. Yeah, that was very good. So I think the only other thing they have there that is like supposed to be plant-based is the cookie from the L'Haim Holiday Kitchen. So I'll try that probably sometime this weekend. But those 2, man, the potato was good. That was good, man. It was worth $4, definitely. And yeah, that's it for today.
Nice.
All
right, Bruce. It is time for Disney or Datnee. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. My first question that I like to ask everybody, and I'm assuming you're going to be biased, which makes it even better. Disneyland or Disney World?
For sure, Disney World. For sure.
That's the only right answer. And this next one I want to ask you for sure. Are you a bigger fan of the Nike Dunks or Jordans?
Dunks. That kind of has more of my heart.
Next question. Would you rather have one sneakers release or 5 GRs of your choice?
I would say one sneaker release.
I would too, man. Man, you know what? Not to get off topic, but like I was I was hitting for sneakers like a lot like this summer, and then I don't know what happened. Like I don't think I hit since I got like those Lightning 4s, and I don't even know when that was. Well, I got the Pine Green 3s. I take that back. Never mind. I take that back.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure one sneaker, because I've never hit. It just seems like bots and my finger's not fast enough and internet connection or something, or I'm driving, I can't get to someplace, so I'm busy. Yeah. So for sure, one day I want to hit.
Yeah. I mean, it's a probability, right? We all will eventually, I guess. Okay, let me see. All right, so you and your fiance, are y'all more of a park open or park close?
Because I would say park close, yeah, for sure. Just because I like my sleep. I used to be a park open. I would always try to get there for that rope drop, but now I feel like they don't really, because of COVID, they don't really do like a open and celebration for a rope drop. They kind of just let you in. They just let you into the park, but you just can't get on any rides until park opening. So it doesn't really have like that special, we did it feel to where the park closed for sure. It's it's not as hot, especially during the hot month, especially that perfect golden hour where things are starting to calm down and just feel more relaxed. And yeah, you just don't really feel, you already got there when the park is 3 more hours, so you don't have like that haste and the crowds are starting to go out. So this is a lot more chill, a lot better of a way I think to do the night. And usually you can get, if you go there in the last 3 hours, even 2 hours, you can usually hit about 3, sometimes 4 rides, and so it's worth it for sure.
Yeah, no, I can agree with you, man. We definitely used to be more like park, more early hour type of people. And you kind of hit the nail on the head, something that I've been complaining about for the longest. It's like, the entertainment is kind of gone. Like you could go to Magic Kingdom and probably see like 3 different types of entertainment by like 12 o'clock, sometimes noon. And now, it's not really like that. So you kind of just going early to like ride rides, but the ride's going to be there. You can catch, parades and cavalcades more towards the afternoon and still get, like you said before, kind of get out of the heat more. And then catch a lot of the people that's leaving. So I'm kind of switching up that. I will probably do it more if it wasn't for the kids, but I definitely like going without them. So I'll go in the morning, getting that. My next question is, would you rather do one night at Grand Floridian or 3 nights at All-Star Movies?
3 nights at All-Star. Yeah, one night it would go by too fast. Grand Floridian's a little bit too bougie for me anyways to feel like I'm even at Disney. And so yeah, the 3 nights at All-Star, be able to take advantage of going to the parks, relaxing, go back to the park if it's the same day, and then get some rest, get some pool time in, go back to the room, go back to a park of your choice during that evening golden hour, and have more of a feel instead of just a one day and it's like it's over already.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's definitely a choice between the flex or like enjoying your vacation, right? I don't know what I would choose, so I'm not even gonna answer that question. To
piggyback off that though, do they still offer or can you like still win it, the stay that you could get in the castle?
Right now, I don't know, but I mean, pre-pandemic, yes.
Yeah, if I could have a choice between that and Grand Floridian, it would for sure be stay in that castle, even if it's just for like half a day. I want to get in there.
Hey, for real, man, I'm with you on that. My next question, I'm gonna start doing this one every time. Would you rather eat vegan for a month or go 1 month without anything Disney related?
Yeah, anything. Yeah, so yeah, I can't do anything with vegan. We're eating vegan. I was vegan some years ago when I was younger. I only did it for about 7 to 8 months. I couldn't really like keep up with it while also doing the running that I do. So that wouldn't be too hard. Then I'd use some of your tips and get some good food while still enjoying Disney. So
Yeah,
for sure, vegan.
easy, bro. I don't see how anybody would choose anything else, bro. That month to go by like that. Easy, not
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
Did John ever answer that?
I don't think he did, bro.
I think that would be the one.
I'm
time,
really
so
curious as to what he would choose.
Man, I am too, bro. Because I feel like John is very like meat heavy on his diet, and I don't know.
There's a lot of stuff that he does not like at the parks that is plant-based. So
yeah, I don't know how he would. I don't know how he would make it, man.
I feel like he's at the park way too much to not go without Disney. So he would probably choose vegan if I had to guess for him. Or is he that hard against it?
I mean, I just don't think he'll make the decision that easy.
yeah, I feel like he needs to try a few more vegan options or plant-based options before he can make that decision. Find out what he likes. That way he has like a plan of like what he can eat for 30 days.
He's out there in California though. And
yeah,
California, that's where vegan I feel like started. So they should probably have some pretty good restaurants. And I will say, especially for John, that Disneyland has, well, I never been to Disneyland, but from what I hear, Disneyland has the food options, so he could probably find some good vegan stuff at the park.
They use that pretty good food, man. Now my last one, and I guess it's gonna depend on. I know you said that you didn't see it right in front of the castle. I want to do the new nighttime shows. Are you a fan of Enchantment or Harmonious?
Ooh, Harmonious for sure. The music's gonna get you going, especially when it gets to the Africa part, and when Tiana is singing the American USA part. There's no way to not enjoy that. But it would be kind of hard to pick just because Magic Kingdom just has that that spot there for me. But I would say Harmonious for the music for sure.
I can't disagree with that. Me and Tad was talking about something about Enchantment the other day, and I think it's I don't know. You can tell me how you feel about it. We were talking about how Wishes was kind of like a fireworks show, right? It was like really, really based on that and like good music, and then like Happily Ever After kind of went like in between. It was really decent fireworks. The projection was like really, really awesome. And now this one is like the projections are like on point. But like we watched the show from Grand Floridian the day after Thanksgiving with Tab's family. And like the fireworks they weren't as good. And also I think like the way the music is, because it's not like so wordy like Happily Ever After was, it was kind of hard for my nieces and nephews to even like keep up with what the song was, because it was different. So I don't know, man. When I kind of saw it from that point of view, I kind of knocked some points off Enchantment, because I felt like you have to view it a certain way, and I feel like even with Harmonious, it's so many different angles you can see it at, and it's like still a good show. But I feel like with Enchantment, it's like different levels to see it, like right in front of the castle or on Main Street, or like say like even at a resort. It's like so different that it's not like the same quality at each level.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I feel like Enchantment, they're so focused on the projection and the music that the fireworks they're not always going. So when you are watching it from a distance, there's these huge pauses when it's kind of it's doing like a talking of just when it's doing a talk and trying to build up to the next song and incorporate it with the projection to where Harmonious, one of the last times we were on Disney property, we didn't go to the park. We took my teammate and best friend and his wife to Disneyland. They don't have tickets yet. We're pressuring them like all the time. Got to get tickets. And now that Disneyland or Disney World just I think they only have that one pass. It's like the lowest tier. Yeah.
Pixie.
Or yeah, the
Yeah,
Pixie.
Pixie
Yeah.
Path.
Yeah, the pirate one's the one I would say to get. But
That's what I have.
yeah, so now that they don't even have annual passes, now it's even harder to convince them. But
Yeah.
they his wife's never been. She's from Barbados, and he's from Jamaica. So we're trying to get them to have, like, you know, to get that bug, and so that they'll pretty much be like our couple to go with all the time. We took them to Disney Springs. They had a blast. That's when we ate at Boathouse, which was amazing, and we timed it perfectly to get onto the not the Skyliner. We timed it perfectly to get on the Skyliner, and the show just started when we got there, and we were right out. You know, so where the Skyliner's at, that one mid park entrance. We watched Harmonious from there, and it was from even having trees, and the bridge was in our way of being able to see the screen on the what people call an eyesore. I don't really mind it too much though. Just the music and the fireworks were, you know, they loved it. The show was just as good, and you know, we weren't even able to see the water and the projections going off the water and the screen. So with a lot of it taken away, even, you know, the show was just as good. So yeah, Harmonious for sure.
All right, that's it. That's this dear Datnee.
All right, man. Next up, we got the Disney hype trivia. Are you ready?
Boy. Yep.
All right. Question number 1. So I just got back from a Disney beach resort. Can you name all 3 Disney beach resorts?
And this is like just not in just all everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So Disney Vero Beach, easy one there. Alani, and what's the third?
I mentioned it earlier before.
Mm-hmm.
It is Disney Hilton Head. It's in South Carolina.
Oh, that's on a beach. Okay.
Yep.
I don't, when I hear South Carolina, I don't think beach. So that's pretty cool.
Yep. All right. Question number 2. Name all Disney cruise ships.
Oh man. So
there's 5 of them.
Wishes, Dream. I can't even tell you those 3.
So you got the Wish, that's the newest one.
Wish.
And then Dream, and then the other 3 is the Disney Magic, the Disney Wonder, and the Disney Fantasy.
All right, I wouldn't even.
All right. Question number 3. Name all 7 dwarfs.
Grumpy. Oh man. Is it happy? It's just the emotion for the most part, right? Grumpy, happy, sleepy.
Yep.
Dopey.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Sneezy.
Yep.
And 2 more, right?
Yep.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to get this one wrong as well.
Irv, you want to help him out with the last 2?
All right, so what he said: dopey, grumpy, sneezy, sleepy, happy. You said dopey. What's the other? Who was it? Doc.
Yep.
And
Bashful.
I
forget. So that's pretty much, I think, besides dopey, that's everyone's like second favorite.
Yeah.
They don't promote them enough anymore. I wouldn't have recalled that for ever.
All right, next question. In 1985, the Nike Dunk became famous for a series of colorways. What was the name of those series of colorways?
So was it like the varsity? color.
So I'll give you some multiple choice. School pack, college series, be true to your school, or Dunktastic.
The college series.
No, it's C. Be true to your school.
Be true to your school. Okay.
Next question. Which attraction has the tallest height requirement at Walt Disney World?
Tallest height requirement. Pirates?
No, Pirates is any height requirement.
I feel like that's oh, so okay. I thought of that in a different way. So I guess Space Mountain.
It's actually Rock and Roller Coaster at 48 inches. I think Space Mountain was 44.
Yeah, Space Mountain is 44.
Yeah. All right. Last question. What is the name of the species of dinosaur that Dr. Seeker needs help capturing on the dinosaur ride?
Ride it every single time, and it's can I use a hint? Can I get a hint on this one so I can at least get one right?
Irv?
I don't know if I have a hint, man.
It has a reptile name in it.
Oh, man. Iguanodon.
There you
go.
You got one right.
One right.
Thank you for paying the Disney Hype trivia. All right, moving on. So tell us, where did your love for Disney start?
So it started, I think like for many at a young age, always wanted to go to Disney. It was even at a time where I was in love with Disney before we even had cable TV. Finally, when we got cable TV, I was just constantly watching Disney Channel, constantly watching Travel Channel, like just needing to go one day. And finally, when I turned 8, that's when my mom surprised me. Just, let's go ahead and get in the car. Kind of thought something's a little different about this because it was still nighttime, and it was like the perfect surprise when drove under the welcome arch, and Magic Kingdom was my first park, and really from there I was hooked. Didn't go often at a young age, so I think I went again when I was 13 or 12, also for a birthday, and just always having that feeling of just when you get there and when you walk underneath the train station, enter the park and you're walking down Main Street, it's just that addicting, magical feeling that you just always have to have more of. So for sure made it a need that when I'm making my own money and I have a job, that I'm going to get annual passes. And I think I became a pass holder when I was 16 or 17, and from there on I've always had a pass every single year. I'm now 30, so
that's dope.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But besides the years that when I was off in college, I still had a pass, but I think I would stop paying it, and then when I would go, go to the front, go to the service window and make a payment so I can go in and get in on my break when I would come back to school or come back home from school. And and it just worked out perfectly that at the time when I met my fiance, she was a crazy Disney fanatic. We actually saw each other at the park. It was, I don't think it was the last year, but it was the second to last year that they had the Star Wars week. at Hollywood Studios, and she saw me up on the stage show. Raised my hand to be a volunteer, and so it was pretty cool that we share that love together, and so it's for sure it's always gonna stay in our lives. For sure, gonna pass it on to our children in the future if we ever have any, and so I thank my mom for taking me at such a young age, and that was I remember I think about those moments all the time. I can remember my first 2 souvenirs. I can remember getting the kiss on the cheek from Ariel, taking a picture, and just it's one of those cemented life moments that it's never gonna leave me.
So how often do you go now? You live pretty close, or?
So I live in Tampa, the Tampa area. So
Okay.
I'm about hour and a half away. Now with traffic becoming so crazy, there's a lot of people coming here. It takes close to 2 hours to get there, just because of I-4 traffic, stop and going. So not bad at all. I mean, on a day where you're spending the whole day there, you definitely wish that we sometimes had the money to get a hotel, because even though it's only an hour and a half, hour and 40-minute drive back, it can sometimes be a little hard. We usually have to pull off on one of the rest stops, because I'm kind of like dozing off just driving back. So yeah, we try to go once a week. Now our schedules are becoming a little bit busier to where we can pretty much go like once every 2 weeks. So yep, definitely try to keep it consistent, at least 2-3 times a month for sure.
How about you tell us about like a typical day at the parks for you and for your fiance?
So a typical day, we always we have fun planning our outfits ahead of time, trying to coordinate our outfits with the park that we're going to go to. We usually get there, we're not rope drop anymore people, so definitely like our sleep. We usually get there around 11, 12, and always arrive hungry. So as soon as we get there, we're getting some good food. I want to say one of the next parks that we're going to be going to is Epcot, and now that they're having the new festival, pretty much the way it would go for us is start with the Canada Pavilion, make our way around the world, get everything that we would find good and interesting to try. Whenever we go to Epcot, we always have to hit the Japan Pavilion. That's our favorite pavilion. So pretty excited to see what they have there this year. I haven't even looked at the Disney food blog, what they put out for the menus for each of the pavilions. But it's pretty much go with the flow, unless we're going for a event that has a specific time that's going to be open, and we crunch everything in. We usually just go. We've already done everything for the most part, so we usually go and we try to find a new experience, whether it's just like noticing like details that we haven't seen before, or just, I don't know, walking back to the car a different way. For instance, when we would leave Magic Kingdom, we skipped taking the ferry boat and the monorail, and we walked all the way through Grand Floridian, kind of see what Grand Floridian had to offer. And I think we hung out and chilled and watched Cheetah Girls on the screen that they had at Polynesian. So just moments like that, just trying to always find something new and just a new way to enjoy the day.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing about Disney World, is that you'll always find endless things to do.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We with Chris, coming, I'm sure a big thing that we want to do that we haven't done yet is you can rent a golf cart at Fort Wilderness Lodge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We want to do like that. Rent a golf cart and check out everyone's campsite that they decorate with the light, with the Christmas decorations. So it's things like that. Just always trying to find something new to do. Right now with taking our friends that really haven't experienced Disney that often, it's kind of bringing back that new feeling, because we're experiencing Disney through them. So even moments like that, even if you have done everything, definitely try to bring some new people aboard and experience Disney with like a new feeling through your friends and family that haven't been there yet.
Nice. So tell us about your sneaker story. How'd your love for sneakers come about?
So that I also fell in love with sneakers at a young age. I got into skateboarding when I was young, and so that was pretty much like my first big sport besides soccer. I got into soccer, didn't really, do anything for me. Got into skateboarding, I was hooked. And at that time, my sneakers that I absolutely loved, they were called S. And a few of my favorite skateboarders, I want to say Paul Rodriguez was with them for a little bit.
Yep.
Eric Costin, and then my favorite, which is still he's still just amazing. PJ Ladd, the skateboard, and that was like my way of being different. And because for the most part, especially back then, it wasn't really too common. It was kind of, skateboarding back then in the mid 90s was, considered, that's not something that you should be doing type thing. So with wearing, skateboard shoes, it was kind of a cool way to stand out from the crowd. And from there, that was just always my thing, just always trying to have different shoes that, you're not going to see others have all the time. When Paul Rodriguez got with Nike, that's when I started falling in love with Nike SB, and from there, that's when I fell in love with Dunks, especially
the same exact way.
Especially just all the colorways that they came out with, all the like limited releases, and just like the crazy designs that they would come out with that I could never get my hands on back then. I would just see them at some of the skate shops that I hung out at. I just knew that was the shoe that I always wanted to wear. I always wanted to, have on my foot. And then I started dying off from skateboarding because it was getting to that risk level where it was going to start getting kind of crazy if I wanted to, really get some sponsorships. And it was at the same time where I was starting to fall in love with running. And so I started transitioning out of wearing shoes and started wearing running shoes to just kind of stay in that athletic look a lot. And then also I wasn't really making, I wasn't really, didn't really have a job that could, I had excess money that I could spend on shoes. So when I would see some pretty cool Dunks at Champs, or I would for sure get my hands on those. And then I actually ended up having some like knee and ankle and plantar fasciitis issues, and so I wasn't able to wear like cool shoes at all. I had to wear shoes that were meant so that your ankles don't roll in, because my ankles were like pronating inward, and so for I want to say about 5 years I wasn't wearing like anything cool. It was kind of embarrassing going to young hangout spots and being the one wearing New Balances, like New Balance running shoes or Adidas running shoes. But through physical therapy and just healing myself, I got everything good. I'm pain free. And also around that time, I started making, I was making more spendable money. And pretty much just recently, and probably about 2 years ago or so, that's when I started, starting to splurge more again on shoes. And from there, it's starting to build already, and I'm already starting to spend too much. And it was cool, like being deep into shoes, deep into Dunks, deep into Jordans back then when I was younger, taking a big break, and then coming back to it and seeing that like the culture has like explode, when it comes to reselling, when it comes to just, you see it everywhere now, with social media, YouTube, all the expos that they have, like the shoe cons and stuff. It's fascinating. So I see how it's now like this kind of like everything has became focused around its own group. It's cool that shoes are now respected more than just like a collector's item. People are actually wearing like crazy shoes now, and you kind of have more respect for putting some limited shoes on your feet and walking around, to where back when I was kind of more into it, it seemed like if you wore something crazy and you walked around, you're for some reason kind of like slandered a little bit.
Nice. All right, Herb, you got any more questions?
Oh yeah. So just assuming by your name, did you used to run the 400? Was that your?
Yep. That was my event. I'm still in with that event. I'm still trying to. I got my eye on the prize for a time that I still want to hit, and I'm still out there kind of training and trying to stay in shape and get to that specific time.
Have you ever done or ever thought about doing a Run Disney event?
No. I am good at distance running. That's how I started. I started with cross country, and slowly from there, as I got older, the distance got shorter and shorter. I could do one, and it would be fun, but when it comes to training, it probably wouldn't. I might be kind of biased about it too much, but when you do longer distance, when you're a short distance runner, it can kind of affect when you go back to that short distance. So I've always just looked at people walk around after the park and clinking their medals around, just like, good job.
Cool. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got.
What shoes do you run in?
Right now, what are they called? Lunar. I can't exactly remember. They're the Nike Lunars. I used to wear Nike Prefontaine, and then before that I was running in New Balance. I think it was like 1080V. And I think I'm gonna go back to the New Balance. Nike running shoes are nice, but they're pretty much meant for just one thing and one thing only, when it comes to trying to sprint. And it's not that it's not that the quality of the shoe is bad, but the rubber, the cushion can break down and kind of have like that flat feel after a few months of hard pounding, to where the New Balances, they always have a responsive feeling to it, and the shoe has a more wider surface feel, so I feel like I can feel the ground underneath me a whole lot better. Gives you that secure feeling when sprinting.
Nice. All right, well, thank you, Bruce, for joining us today, and thank you so much for being a supporter for this podcast and our page, and thank you all for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review. My name is Matt. You can find me at the Disney Hypebeast or TDHB shop. You can find John at Weekends with Walt. Irv, where can they find you?
Main Street Dad on IG, still getting it in.
And Bruce?
Yeah, and thanks for having me. This was a fun little fun way to spend my Thursday. I've been looking forward to this ever since I won the raffle, and you can find me if I'm a normal on IG Track Fat 400. I just got my LLC started for a clothing company, the clothing line that I want to start, Raisin Ronin clothing. I'm also on Instagram, and pretty soon here I'll have the website going and have some shirts out for sale. So keep a look on that.
Nice.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening, and until next time. Peace.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in just 5 minutes, we will present our nighttime fireworks spectacular, Wishes, a magical gathering of Disney dreams. In order for you to fully experience tonight's presentation, the lighting around the Magic Kingdom will be reduced. For your own safety and for that of others, we ask that you remain in the same location until the lighting returns to normal.
Damas, caballeros y niños, en solo 5 minutos se presentarán nuestros espectaculares fuegos artificiales, Wishes, a magical gathering of Disney dreams. Para que disfruten al máximo de la presentación esta noche, se bajarán las luces en Magic Kingdom. Para su propia seguridad y comodidad, les sugerimos que no se desplacen hasta que se prendan las luces nuevamente.
And now, your host,